Hello guys, what's up? So I'm looking at ALK. It's done like a pretty much a 200% rally. I think it's gonna reach a top soon. Yeah, I think 200%, or you know what I mean, double. 125% rally so far. I think that this is probably a 5 waves that's in very, very soon. Whenever you see a pattern like this, like the channel, right? The channel, it's always within the 5th subwave of the 3rd channel. So that one there is the 5th subwave of the 3rd channel, the 3rd wave in the channel. So you get it? It goes something like 1, 2, and then this makes like a 3, and then the 4, and then the 5th subwave within the 3rd wave. So the channel identifies the top of the 3rd wave. The 4 is probably there. If not there, then probably somewhere there. It's making some pretty clear higher lows. Very nice higher lows. Or sorry, higher lows. So I'm basically just waiting for this to break. I mean, there's a chance it's going to get up to those 2 white lines up there. A possibility, but not a guarantee. Like maybe this is even a wrong count either, or wrong count too. So maybe it'll get up to like 47 or the higher ranges at 52. I mean, it's possible. Right? So, but I think that that's going to come to the end soon. The bearishly diverging sign is in for the 20-minute chart. Not the 30-minute chart though, and also not the 1 hour. The 1 hour gets a higher one, maybe because it's too high of a time frame. But the 30, the 15-minute, it's all showing bearishly diverging signs. So I haven't entered anything yet. I'm more so observing. This last wave is incredibly difficult to count. I don't know what this wave is. I have no idea what it is. Impossible to count. So I basically just keep moving my alert here, so it'll notify me if it breaks it. So yeah, it'll notify me. I think I'm below like a 42 range. If it drops below there, that'd be a pretty good entry. I would not be entering anything yet because there's just no confirmation. The 5th wave is very difficult, if not impossible, to count. So because of that, it's got to be very cautious. As for ban, the spot on whatever site, this just dropped like literally in 5 minutes. Like it dropped like 9%. So it's a very high funding fee coin to be looking at. I don't think it's a tradable coin, to be quite honest. It's like fucking impossible to trade this coin. Because of that, I would entirely avoid trading this coin. It's just too much uncertainty. I think that maybe this is making a 5th wave like this, where it's like, this is a 3rd wave again, you know that. I think that this is a 1, to be honest. I think, yeah, that's a 1, an A, B, C. That's probably a 3. That's probably a 4. And the 5 is coming up. The 1's gigantic. The 1's gigantic because I see that like it's somewhere here. It's kind of like a 1, a 2. And there it's somewhere it's a 3, a 4, and a 5. Like that. That's what I think it is. It's the only logical count. And then the 3 is fairly clearly defined. The 3 makes 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5. I think that this 4 is just trying to complete, but the funding fee is up in 30 minutes, so there's no point of being in the trade for this, in my opinion. I think it's going to be very risky to be in a trade like this. I do not advise it. The funding fee is over 2% on most exchanges, so if you were to try to short it, you'd probably get wrecked, to be honest, because the bulls just might drive it up the very last few seconds. So that's it for ALK. That's it for BANT. Keep an eye on the break on ALK below the 42 ranges. That would be a pretty reasonable entry, I think. Higher low pattern is actually starting to show in already, right? See the higher low pattern? That's a really good higher low pattern. Let's see if it breaks to the downside at round 42. If it does, that's where I'd be comfortable to enter with about 100K. And for ban, I'm looking for one more higher high, and also after the funding fee expires, then I would consider entering a short depending on how it goes. All right, so I'm currently in 2 trades right now. I'm short ALK for $50,000 and ban for 25,000. I'm short on both of them right now. So 75K position for both of them combined. And let's talk about both of them. First of all, ALK is the bigger one, so we'll give that a little bit more attention. This looks to me like the fifth wave has now officially formed. So because the fifth wave has officially formed, it just makes sense to short it. And if the fifth wave have not formed yet, then it's most likely to reach it very, very, very soon. This is probably the fifth wave like that up there. And you can just tell that the third wave usually ends up doing something like that, a channel. Okay, the channel is very, very common in the fifth subwave, okay, of the third wave. So this probably made something like this in here. 1, 2, then probably maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the fifth wave just finishes up in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it drops to the downside. So that's most likely a 3. 4 comes down, and now the fifth wave is channeling to the upside. So I'm looking to add more to my position around the 42 range. So this might even spike up just a little bit, but it does look like it's done either way. We're getting bearishly diverging RSI on the 15-minute time frame, on the 30-minute time frame, and 20-minute time frame. I think the 45 as well. 45 pretty much double topped almost. So this looks like it's got a lot of potential to move to the downside. And 42 range is very prominent. The reason for that is because it has held multiple times in here. You can see that support I just drew at 42. And this looks like there's a resistance there. It held a few times over here with a little bit of a wick here as well. It's now channeling very nicely, as you can see. So because of the channel, when that channel breaks and then 42 breaks, there's a very high likelihood of this whole structure breaking to the downside. I'm also in the short for ban, and the reason I'm in the short for a ban is because 5 waves are most likely in right now. That is very clearly countable as well. The 5 waves ends up going something like this, okay? This makes a 1 to 2. This whole structure makes a 3, a 4, and a 5, which finishes the 1, right? And then the 2 corrects in an A, B, C type of pattern down over here, okay? A, B, C. And then the third wave ends up doing something like this. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now that coin ended up dropping ACH. So I will add 20K more to my position because I think it's gonna just smash it right away. Let's give it a little bit of time to see the reaction at the 42 range before we make any decisions. I'm up about now, I'm up 1,000 on both of them combined. There we go, the 1.9, it's breaking. Added more to my short position. So now I'm in about a 100K position for both of them combined. So now the reason I'm short ban is because that's the third wave that I just counted. And also the fifth wave is finished as well. Fifth wave is somewhere in there. Okay, so it makes bearishly diverging signs. Now I'm just basically waiting for this to break around the 86 range. Once that 86 range breaks, which we're going to put an alert on right now, the 586 range, it's going to probably end up free falling to the downside. And it's also done some massive moves. So because of that, I believe that there's a very high likelihood of this breaking heavily to the downside. We're going to put an alert right around here to notify me. ACH definitely ends up following to the downside. It now breaks the channel, right? It breaks the channel to the downside. It's finding this temporary support now at that 42 range. And I believe that it's going to probably move to the downside very heavily soon. and it's just going to be a matter of time. I'm not here to trade a very large position. I'm here to just basically scalp a position today on a Tuesday evening. So I'm just chilling on the sofa, watching a movie, not looking for a large trade, just seeing what I can capitalize on. So 42 breaks, there's just a little bit of a stall right now. Okay, you can just see the stall. You can see that there's pressure to come to the downside, but we haven't quite broken it with clear conviction yet, because we did get a wick. But I believe that it's just going to be a matter of time until the 42 range ends up breaking. I'm just going to go for like a $2,000 or $3,000 profit combined for both of them. Once I get my profit target, I'm out of both of the trades, and then I'm happy with that, and I'm out. So right now we see Band rather. Band is trying to make a break to the downside, right? So this guy's got a really high funding fee right now. I'm up about 1,100 for both of them. I'm also in multiple other positions right now at the same time. I'm in 19 other positions, which are all long. So let's give this a little bit more time to see how the conviction's going to play out and if we're right about this trade. It's been about 15 minutes. I just had to feed the cats. So Band, I'm up 500, and ALK, I'm up 7, so up about 1,200 combined. ALK is having difficulty breaking that 42 support range, but I think it will eventually just smash it. It's just going to be a matter of time. And then eventually I expect it to like make a lower high somewhere. Like just as an example, this is what it always does, right? It breaks down somewhere and then it retraces up and then it continues down, right? And that's the higher low pattern. So I will take it when I see strength lost, and then I'll try to short it again when it hits that high up over here. So when it hits the high up over there, that's like wherever it may be, right? I'm not saying it's going to be exactly there, but I'm saying that it could be there, around there. So a lot of difficulty breaking down on Band. Tons. I don't really want to be in this trade, to be honest. The funding rate's too high. And you can see that on Band, it's at 599 on the other exchanges, so it's like 1% higher. So I'm going to probably end up just taking my profit very, very soon. Get out of the trade, just be happy with it, and just go back to doing whatever I'm doing tonight, you know? Let's go take a look at Band on, my bad, on the other exchanges as well. So this does look like it's the top. It does look like it for sure. Yeah. Band ALK just took a pretty big drop. Whoa. There we go. It's now free falling. Well, we're trying to at least. Yeah. There we go. It's looking to make a good drop. Let's see if it's going to get lower than that now. So I'm up on both of the trades by a lot. I'm probably up about 2,000, I'm guessing, combined. I'm up 2,000 combined. And that'll be enough for me today on 2 trades. I'm happy with that. No, I will not let it ride because I just don't want to be in the trade. Yes, of course, there's a potential for it to drop further, right? There's definitely a huge potential for it to drop further, but I don't want to just ride the position. I'm okay with this profit. Like, I'm happy with it. So Band is having a lot of trouble. I don't want to fight that funding fee. That funding fee can be very, very obnoxious to fight. And here's ALK just free falling. Free falling extremely hard. I don't even know where the next possible support rate. My lady's dad is messaging me. They always send me photos and they love me so much. They know I'm so damn good to their daughter. They recently just visited me and my lady in Istanbul. And we flew them down business class. And then they stayed in our 300 square meter house on the seaside. And then we took them to like super nice restaurants, like 3 amazing restaurants. I got him a bottle of Lagavulin. We were sipping on that during the day. And took him to a lot of fancy restaurants where we cleared the night with a glass of Louis XIII cognac. It's like a $10,000 bottle of champagne or a cognac. We just shared it at the restaurant. I picked them up in the Mercedes Maybach. Got a chauffeur for all the 4 days they were here. Then sent them back to the airport in style in the Maybach. And flying business class home. That's how I take care of my lady's parents, man. They had ridiculous VIP treatment. Like, doesn't get better than that. Any father would be proud to have a daughter dating me because I'm so good to their family, man. You know why? Because all that came from crypto. So its market is dropping pretty well right now. I'm not up that much. I think I am going to ride it a little bit though because I think it's got a lot of potential. You know, ban, I'm not really concerned about it too much. It's like kind of just fighting on the fence right now. Is it because Bitcoin's dropping? Bitcoin, did it just drop? Yeah, Bitcoin dropped about a little bit, yeah. So I don't have a lot on my exchange right now. Let's see how much I'm down total. I'm down a little bit. I don't keep much on the exchange. I don't like to keep much on the exchange anymore. So let's just see how other coins are doing. Like, are coins correcting or what? Yeah, they might make a little bit of a lower low. Not lower than this, but like, you know, they're having a little bit of trouble right now, that's for sure. That candle's nasty though. Fuck, man. Everything is looking okay. Like, I'm not complaining about the price. It's alright. ALK is just having so much trouble right now. Breaking down. So I don't like that situation that I'm in. So we're just going to have to really give it some time to see what's going to happen. But, you know, there's a really good chance of it dropping, right? So it's just a matter of waiting. I'll be back soon. I think I will take my profit for ban very soon. I don't want to fuck around and find out. It's one of those coins I just do not want to mess around with because of the funding rate being extremely negative. And then ALK is, you know, causing a lot of hassle dropping right now. It's bouncing short term. I don't like that. I just want a straight drop. That'd be ideal. The 15-minute trend indicator of mine, it fell below it. So maybe it's going to retest all the way back up a little bit. Maybe it's going to make a higher low that I don't want. So probably in my best interest to take my profits very soon. I'm up about 2K maybe. I'm up about 2K on both of them. Reasonable. 2,200 now. It's going pretty decent. No complaints. Ban is starting to really lower now. It's trying to force its way through 41 ranges. Let's see if it's going to make another lower low. I would love to be to ride this. I just would love a straight drop. That'd be amazing. But Bitcoin is falling, so because Bitcoin's falling, it's going to drag down the rest of the market with it, which is not always good. So let's give this a little bit more time to see how the things are going and see if it can make lower lows. You can see a lot of the coins just dropping very, very, very slowly right now. Overall, I'm only up 1,200 today. Not good. Very, very slow and steady wins the race. Ban starts to free fall. Makes very 5 clear waves. So because of that, I shorted it with 25K. I didn't want to risk more because of the insanely high funding fee. So I'll take a $1,000 profit on ban. It was a 4.5% profit. And now I will take another profit on ACH very soon. So that was a good trade on ban. And ALK is very likely to drop extremely heavy very soon. So we'll wait on this trade. You can see ban making clear 5 waves, bearishly diverging everything. So it's got a really good opportunity to drop. I'm just going for a quick scalp and then I'll try to find another re-entry. That's my style. Very annoying on ALK. Maybe this is the wrong count. Maybe there's one more subwave going up. It ended up getting a pretty decent support there at around the 4125 range. So even though 42 broke around these ranges, it held here at the 41 ranges. So I'm seeing if it's going to get back into this channel. But I still believe that the fifth wave is somewhere in there. I still believe we're gonna finish up the fifth wave somewhere and get a very good retracement down. Also looking at graphene, it's probably making 5 waves. That's very clear. I think that it's already dropped like a massive amount. Like it's already dropped 10%. Dropped 13% today already. Maybe it's going to make a retracement upwards. Once it does that, there's going to be a chance to enter the trade. So graphene is on my mind as well. ALK and graphene are very similar coins. They're both moving a lot and they're both extremely volatile. I think it's just a matter of time until both ALK is just lagging behind a little bit. Graphene has moved up almost 200%, 180%, did like 1.8, that's massive. So BAN ended up making kind of like this pattern right now. So this is the pattern that it's making. I think that it's coming very close to an end. Soon. Very soon it's going to break. So there's a lot of opportunities tonight in the air. Lots. Just chilling here on the sidelines. ALK looks like it's finally starting to drop now. There we go. I said in my Discord group that I'm just waiting on this, basically for a break, and the break is about to happen. I called this incredibly clearly in my Discord group today, and I think it's finally going to break down, so I should be up a really good amount, $2,000, $3,000. I'll take my profit extremely soon, maybe 1 more percent, and I'm not going to be greedy with anything. I think it's going to hit that channel and then break to the downside. I called both of these trades in my group today. So in my Discord group today, I called both of these trades very well. Update on ALK, BAN, and graphene. I'm basically talking about them all day. 42 break is my entry, which I did enter. Update on ALK and BAN, potential to trade soon. I'm looking at ALK, 5 possible waves are either in now or soon. So this is just free falling now. Beautiful trade that I've taken. I think it's got some more ways to go. It's definitely a really good trade to have taken. It's going to go further, but I'm okay with this profit, $3,000. I think there's going to be a little bit more of a push though, so I'll take this profit very soon. It's going to be a video for the premium group as well. So Alchemist looks like it found the top, to be honest, okay? Like, this is the channel that it's in. It's got 5 waves. I think that it made 5 just like this. Whoops. Ah, fuck me. You get what I mean. 3, 4, and 5, okay? So I think that it's going to drop down pretty hard. Very soon it's going to break out of the channel. So because of that, like, there's going to be an opportunity. I would ideally like a bounce somewhere at this bottom of the channel. Okay, like I would like a bounce. It would be amazing if it got one. Ah, shit, sorry, my lady's calling me. Or messaging me. I would like a small bounce, right? If it made a small bounce and it made a higher or lower high. Shit, let me mute this. Sorry, guys. Like this, you know, it'd be amazing. That would be your entry, right? The lower high would be your entry if it bounces. If not, and it just falls right through, maybe it'll find like a bounce above here, and then, you know, create a higher, lower high. Like it falls down to here, then creates like a lower high or something, or retests the channel. So that would be another viable entry. Another coin to keep an eye on is graphene. Graphene is basically just broke the higher low trend already, and it's also made 5 waves going to the upside, very similar to ALK actually in every way, like very similar. So it's got to find some reasonable support soon, I believe, you know, because eventually I think it's going to target down to like over here, probably to the wave forward territory, but it's too late to enter. Got to wait for a retracement up and it's made like a 15-16% drop already. So it's just too late for you to enter it right now. So you must wait for a retracement upwards to create that same lower high pattern. And then there's also BAN, B-A-N, where I believe 5 waves are now officially in for this. So there's going to be the same thing, basically. We're going to wait for a high, a lower high to form. And with the lower high that's going to form, that's going to be a re-entry. So many opportunities on BAN. Another solid trade. 1, 2, it's searching for a 3 somewhere in that box. All 5 waves are clearly in, and because of that, it was highly likely to break to the bottom and break this channel to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the 5 up there with bearishly diverging everything. I called this extremely hard in my elite Discord group today, telling them there's an opportunity on BAN, Alchemist, and on Graphane. And I also told them that there's a very likely scenario of it falling further down, right over here. Needed to short it. And now I'm up about $5,000, which I'm going to take my profit on right now. So bam, guys, $5,000 profit, boom. That puts me up today at $8,500 profit. Let's go. Actually, $8,900 today, and in 6 days, I'm up about $35,000. All right, guys, what's up, man? Good morning. So I'm looking at ALK. First thing I noticed right away is how the full 5 waves finished up yesterday, which is the one we've been trading a lot. Don't mind me, I'm huffing and puffing because I'm on the elliptical right now. So this is 5 clear waves. That's how we caught it yesterday. And then you can also see like how when it came down, I think it made 5 waves. Here, pay attention, you'll learn something. Stop always expecting to hit the punchline, man. That made the diagonal. So see it, the leading first wave diagonal. Right, that's the diagonal. So because of the diagonal being made, that's clearly a 1. The 2, it's very clear 2 to make the ABC. A, B, C. So that's the 2 that just finished. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go fucking learn Elliott wave. And the 3 is also very clear, actually. The 3 somewhere in here. It hits somewhere 3. Because this makes the 4. And then the 5 finishes off in here somewhere. Probably something like this in the case of 3s. Something like 1, 2, then 1, 2. Maybe it makes a case of 3s in here somewhere. Or maybe whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make the 3, to make the 4, to make the 5. And it finishes it off in kind of a channel. So that finishes off the 5. So that's a 5 wave count. A clear 5 wave count. You following? Okay, so that's 5 waves in there. So 5 waves. The reason I'm not rushing is because I'm just analyzing it slowly. Okay, you guys get it? 5 waves have formed. Let's just see which one's the longest, just to be safe. Which one is longer? Yeah, that's fine. The 3rd wave is the longest. So now, what I am predicting is this is the lower high that's being made. And now this is the wave 2. That's the wave 1 that formed. And I believe, here's the punchline, that we're going to get down to this lower trend line by a lot. Okay, so we're going to get down to this lower trend line to do this. That's going to be my prediction. Because I just counted to the 1, right? I counted you the 1. or the down. Sorry. I said earlier this was the 1 and 2. I meant this was the A, the B, and I think a C is being searched for. Okay, the C is being searched for right now. That's what I believe. You just never know where C is going to be. C could easily truncate like that. But you see the head and shoulders, right? You see the head and shoulders pattern very, very clearly. So I think that this is a high chance of it hitting something like that. C could truncate, but C is going to get to the neckline and then figure it out. And it could break it and it hit the bottom of A, right? It could hit the bottom of 4 as well. Well, the bottom of 4 would be a very good place, in my opinion. Because if you take a look at 4, it's like a really reasonable place for supports based off of multiple things, right? Right at the bottom there, like that white line right here, seems very, very reasonable. Right? So now this looks like it's gonna probably end up hitting it pretty hard soon. Like, I think it's gonna hit somewhere between here, between A and here, like somewhere there in the green box. Eventually, like today. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe by the end of today. So somewhere in here. I think it's gonna drop at least 10-20% more today. Pretty big drops that can occur. I mean, even if it got to the bottom of the neck, that's 8%. Even if it got to the bottom of A, that's 14%. If it got to the lower support, 17%. So there's some room for this to go pretty hard. And also, taking a look at it, like it bull trapped already, right? I mean, it bull trapped above this high. And now it just needs to break below the 40 ranges. If it breaks below the 40 ranges, which is these highs, then you know for a fact that you win this trade. And it will most likely break down very hard. That's it. ALK is a high probability trade. So the trade conviction is very high for this trade. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that has clearly formed already. But there's an A and a B only formed, which means that there's a C missing. So because of that, I took a very nice trade with a $210,000 position size. We're up about 2.5% so far. Started taking in some of my profits right now. 6,000 so far. Posted some limit orders at 395. I think it's going to get to this lower yellow line down over here. Some of my profits have been taken now. Let's close some more. Closing more of it. Almost done. Up a lot. And the last order to be closed. Let's go. Boom. Everything is now closed. You're welcome. Elite tier group. $7,000 profit. I called this very hard today as well. If you guys want to join my elite tier private Discord trading group, message me. Let's go. Another trade one, said to the group, a break would be great. We see that ALK has been trending like this, making 5 waves going to the upside. And this right now is most likely making an A, B, and it's looking for a C. So because of that, I shorted it in a great position right now, up $1,800 so far. I'm looking for a target at the neckline, right over here where the yellow line is, and I'll probably be up about 5K. Just waiting for this next higher low pattern to break to the downside, which should be very soon. But there we go, up $3,500 today. This is going very well. I think I'll take my profit very, very soon. All right, I think I'm happy with this profit, just a little bit longer. I'm gonna downtrend really hard right now. Let's go. Gonna start taking profit slowly. Okay, elite group, just to give a quick summary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you see that? This is very likely to make the ABC. That's probably gonna drop down. A, this is the B for sure. And there's a C. I don't know if it's gonna truncate, but I think it's gonna get to like maybe the A region or down over here to the 4 region. I do not think this is going to hold in any way. I think you just got to be patient and let this thing drop. Right now, we're just trying to smash this lower support right here. See? We're just trying to smash like the 38 ranges. Once the 38 ranges break, it's going to come down. So this is making your classical head and shoulders pattern. It's just going to be a matter of patience before it drops. Alright guys, so I'm on my Binance app. As you can see, this is going to tell you how much I've traded in the past 30 days. Go to right here, see the fee schedule. Click on fee schedule, scroll down, and I have traded $85.7 million in trading volume in the past 30 days. That's a very, very significant amount. Bam, $86 million traded this month. Maybe the lower high pattern will still hold and this is it. Maybe. Maybe this is going to be a really good entry for a downtrend. I mean, if this were to hold, this is the lower high pattern, right? You guys see it? That's the lower high pattern that's forming in there. C is going to hit there at least one time, and then we go down. I don't see how this could not do it, to be quite honest. Yeah, I mean, like, you take a look at the resistance range, and it's actually very clear. Like, the resistance range is these guys right here. Like, that's it. So right here, right? Like this peak, that peak, and this is the lower high. That's formed, right? So 3 resistances that it can't break. So because of that, there's a chance, like, you know, like this is another resistance range from these guys. Do you see this high where this white line is? If it grows back, if it goes back below there around the 40 ranges, like we're set, then we're going to have confirmed it. And I think that it's going to be a really good drop. Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to win this trade. I just got to be a little bit patient and that's about it. Yeah. Got to be patient, boys. Alright guys, it's not looking good right now, I'm telling you. There's a break attempt. And there we go. Looks like the break is going upwards. It's got a bull trap or it's gonna fly. It's looking pretty bad right now. This white line, that's the break point. It's got a bull trap here. And come back down to have a chance of getting a lower low still. So it still has the lower highs. It's still doing okay, but you know, it doesn't look the best. That's a good candle. That's rejecting on the 20-minute. That's a good candle. I'm glad I took a $1,000 profit earlier. Yeah, so it's looking okay right now. But you got to really pay attention. The moment that it breaks this high, like the next high, if it breaks 416, you got to get out of the trade. You have to be very careful and you have to watch this like a hawk. I don't know what this count really is, but it looks more bullish than anything. It looks like it can actually target even up to these regions up there, or even the higher one up over here at 52. So you have to be very careful about this coin. This has bullish momentum. The 30-minute time frame is going up. The 20 minutes going up. The 15 is going up hard. The 5-minute is also going up right now. The 3-minute is going up. And the 1 minute's going up as well. Actually, the 1 minute's starting to come down now. It's gotta, in the next 5 minutes, it's gotta come down. It's now or never. So you must pay attention to this coin very carefully. Otherwise, you might get a chance to get bull trapped extremely hard if it flies. Trade's looking good right now. 5 waves officially completed. And now I believe that this is the A to the B, and see how it makes the head and shoulders, which I believe is going to break down over here, get to around the 33 region. So this is a very good trade that I'm in right now. I already took a partial profit earlier of $1,000, and now I'm looking to take the rest of the profit very soon. It tried to break above the 41 range up there multiple times, but it failed. The market's starting to drop even further right now. We're going to ride it. Taking some partial profits. Taking some more partial profits. Almost out of the trade. 1,400 left to profit. Chasing the trade. Going to close the rest right now. 1,000 more to close. And bam, out of the trade. Took in $4,000, which means I'm up $11,000 today. Bam.